All right, and as I said, this hour brought to us by our friends at SportsSims.net.
What if you controlled your favorite football team's destiny? SportsSims.net wants to know, what would you do with the first overall draft pick? You've thought about it 100 times. You'd select a superstar wide receiver. Plus, you've already got 4 trade offers in mind. At SportsSims.net, you call it all. Draft picks, trade offers, and game plan strategies. Think you've got what it takes to build a football dynasty? Prove it. Log on to SportsSims.net today. That's SportsSims.net.
And on the SportsSims.net hotline, we now have a new guest, first time on the show, Tracy Lynn, who has Pigskin Lipstick is her site. So let's give her a call.
Hello.
Tracy, Bill Smith, News, Notes, and Rumors. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, we really appreciate having you on. One of the big challenges that any sports fan has is avoiding sports divorce.
Yeah.
Basically, I think that your site really is a lot of fun, and it is, I really think, helping a lot of the women understand the game of football. And I'll be doing an article for you here as soon as I get some time, and we'll be putting it up on your site, hopefully, about how to watch. But
Awesome.
What can guys do to kind of get the interest of their ladies, their significant others involved in football?
Well, first off, I think it should be written into someone's wedding vows that if you accept my passion for sports and not just tolerate it, I will accept your passion for shoes or for shopping.
I like that.
So, I mean, basically, like, men need to not just settle for someone who's just going to tolerate their passion for it, because it is a passion. They love the sport. And first off, a woman has to accept it and learn the basics. And guys need to be patient with us and maybe put it into our perspective.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, like the one guy says on the site, and I thought it was really good, and male talking to female, saying and explaining like ball security. So he said, would you let someone take that last pair of shoes right out of your hand if you needed it for that night, especially like a girl's night or a date night? Okay, then don't fumble the ball, because that would be like someone taking those shoes away from you. So that gives us a perspective of, okay, so we don't want the player to fumble the ball because now we're associating it with something that we like. I think it's just being patient with us and accepting that we do not understand what's going on. Some of us don't understand, probably just like the majority of guys don't understand what's going on that field.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And even some of the coaches have difficulty understanding what's going on the field as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a whole new blog that we could start.
Yes, indeed. I have often said that my son-in-law is one of the luckiest guys anywhere, because he has a true Browns fan as his wife. And I think she knows more and knew more about football than he did when they got married, and she's explaining stuff to him because she grew up with me as a football nut. So she really, really got the Browns background. In terms of the actual viewership or going to games, is that something that you think the women would eventually grow to like?
I do, because there's more to just watching the game. My first experience at an NFL game was the Cleveland Browns and Miami game last year. And it was more than just watching the players on the field. And women need to understand that you're not just watching guys basically beat each other up on the field, because we know it's all about male aggression when you go back to those cave years. It's the sight, it's the sounds of the game. It puts in that true meaning of, you mess with one, you mess with them all, right? So it's a whole new perspective on the game when you watch it live than just watching it on TV. So yeah, they do need to go. They need to buy, you know, the clothes, the jerseys, the hats. I mean, buy the apparel. If you want, you can match your guy, but spice up the relationship a little bit, and don't just pick a team because he likes it. Pick a team because you love that team.
That's very interesting. I can see mixed marriage being a Browns fan and a Steeler fan.
Yeah, that.
I'm not sure how that would work.
I'm actually I'm a Giants fan at heart. That was the team that I picked for the past some odd years, and my boyfriend is a Miami Dolphins fan. So
How's that working out for you so far?
We go to the games. I have to wear the jerseys. I can't wear the Giants gear. I can only wear that in my own privacy in my own home. But
That's
again,
funny.
spice up the relationship, and again, it goes back to, I've mentioned it before, it's communication with your husband or your boyfriend.
How?
Key. Communicate through sports, because they can focus for hours on sports. Maybe not so much on us.
Absolutely. And that's part of why they have halftime, right?
Exactly. But that's what I'm told is washroom and beer break.
Well, hopefully a little more than that, but
get your questions out during that time.
There you go. Absolutely. In terms of what the female gets out of the sport, what's the most interesting part of football, particularly, either college or pros, that you think would most appeal to women?
I honestly think that women can learn through the football player, learn through the teams, because, as I said, it's not just a couple guys on the field. It's how they communicate with each other. It's how they get that play. They all want the same thing. So you can take the knowledge from the field and actually use it in your everyday experiences. I think that, a woman or female, they could learn a lot about the game and use it in different aspects. Explain to your husband or boyfriend why they should do the dishes, and use it in football terms.
Now there's an approach. Interesting. There is an approach. Trade dishes for watching football.
I don't think it's going to work, but hey, it's always worth a try, right?
Well, it might. Who knows? Tracy, tell us about your site and what is generally going on down there.
Well, I started Pigskin Lipstick just a few months ago, and basically what it is, it's a directory of advice for females and for men. Because a lot of these people that have given me the advice, or quotable advice, they've been wonderful. They think that it's a great idea. It's not meant just for one person. It's meant for a variety of people. So I've been really busy working on this and getting it into a show. We're going to bring it into a show and then have it on TV and online. And, I go out and I cover the events, and I've just been busy with, balancing family, balancing career. And, in Toronto, it's just a very busy place.
Absolutely. How did you get involved in football to begin with? Where did your interest come from?
A man.
Okay, very.
That was it. I found myself at a new stage of my life, and I don't know, I just decided that I think sports was a good way to communicate with men. And there was one in particular that I thought was really, really cute. And I found out he liked football, so I started following it. Then I started really enjoying it, and I actually got a job talking about it. I'm actually co-hosting a show with Damon Allen here called Outside the Pocket. So it grew from one thing of trying to get someone's attention to loving it and enjoying it, and now sharing his passion for the sport.
That's great. That is fabulous. And whoever gets you is going to be a very lucky guy, because he's going to have a real sports fan to be able to share those games with.
I try, and we do enjoy going to the games and going and watching it on TV. I mean, at first, I was that girl that just was very quiet, didn't really say much, and they started cheering, so I better cheer. And now I'm starting to feel that aggression when I'm watching it.
There you go.
And it's a good outlet. I think it's good for couples. Again, as we said at the beginning of your show, relationships. It should be in their marriage vows that if you learn my passion, I will support yours.
There you go. Absolutely. How did your boyfriend take it when the Giants won the Super Bowl?
Oh, that was the best bet I ever won. Not gonna lie. Oh, wow. I mean, I put the food out for the party. We had the beer going, and we had family and friends over. I had my Giants gear on, and I was sitting with one of the other girlfriends who was also a Giants fan, so the two of us stuck together. I tell you, that last second, I jumped up so high and I pointed my finger and I'm like, oh yeah, baby.
Yes, indeed.
And he just looks at me and he's like, I can't believe you guys won. It was great.
Nothing satisfies the soul like winning the big one.
Yes. Oh, it was sweet, sweet revenge, I tell you.
There you go. You're doing Miami football stuff?
Yes, I've been following a lot with the Miami because that's his favorite team.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I'm sharing his passion for the love of the Miami Dolphins.
There you go. Do you, up in Toronto, do you do much with the Canadian Football League at all?
Oh, yeah, the CFL. I mean, I'm a Tiger Cat fan. That's my hometown. So, I support the guys and, you get a little bit of razzing because a lot of the work I do, the sports shows in Toronto, so you get the Argo fans kind of dissing me a little bit. But I think the CFL is it's wonderful. It's great football. The fans are amazing. I'm going to say tailgate is you got to go to an NFL game. Definitely, most definitely. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that is happening. Got the 100 Grey Cup coming up. So it's going to be a very exciting season.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and we'll get back to you to be our correspondent for the CFL. How about that?
Perfect.
Hey, I really appreciate it. Tracy, give us that address again for the website.
My website is about.me/Tracy Lynn, and that's TracyLynn, and all the links for Twitter and the blog for Pigskin Lipstick is right there on that site.
Fantastic. Really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I hope that helps some guys because that's an important part of a guy's life, that if you can get a lady to share it at all, it really helps.
And that's key. Share together. Women, get out of doing laundry and don't cook and clean on Sundays. Sit there with wings and beer and enjoy your man watching football.
There you go. Absolutely. Tracy, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It's been a joy having you on the show.
Great. Take care. Thanks again.
All righty. Take care. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right. Tracy Lynn, and we really appreciate her coming on. I hope that helped. I really do, because there is something very special about sharing your deepest passion for sports with your significant other, and I do hope that helped. All right.